gentlemen, we are going to be checking some of the crypto prices today, especially Bitcoin, and discussing possibly the direction of the market. So we'll wait for a few people to join up. And let's take a look at some of what's going on. Today is Thursday, the 21st, maybe. Today the Dow was down 1 point. The S&P 500 was down about 2.6. So it was marginally lower. And the NASDAQ up. The NASDAQ actually managed to put on a gain of 53 points, or almost 0.3%. So that's the tech index. The VIX was down to 20.28. That's something I will check out. Some of these volatility ETFs. The UVIX. It's way down to what its previous baseline was, basically about $26. Then we had a big spike up to 70 or whatever, 92. Well, that's adjusted. But the UVIX, this is something that has moonshot potential. That's why I'm even talking about it. It's a inverse leverage ETF. If the stock market drops, the big drop, this thing will go parabolic. It's got the potential to 5 to 10x in a short amount of time if there's a crash. So if you want to bet on a crash, then this is what you buy. The majority of people that buy this, lose money in it. But if you buy it at the right time, right before a crash, problem is it's hard to see when it's coming. They always get you by surprise. These market crashes are all planned out. They're thought of ahead of time. And they crash the market at a time when no one's thinking about it crashing. Maybe they'll be talking about only bullish things. And then all of a sudden you get the crash. It's always very bullish and positive too, right when the end is about to hit, right when everyone's about to lose their money and go bankrupt. So when the markets do crash, if you own this UVIX, you could make a lot of money on that one. But like I said, highly risky. Let's check out the price of gold right now. Price of gold. It's up $2.70. It's up $2.70. It's just under $3,300. So gold is, holding a lot of value. The gold run could continue on for a long time, longer than most people think. Gold could go up for another, I'm thinking maybe 7-8 years, and it could be in a real good bullish uptrend. For 5 to 10 years, and we could see prices of 8 to 15,000 in gold. And this thing takes a long time to play out. If you're a gold investor or a silver investor, especially silver investors, they got to be getting real frustrated. These things can take a very long time. Silver was going to go up a couple summers ago. I thought it was going to possibly start approaching 50. But we might even have a couple more years. Okay, the thing with silver is it always lags behind gold, and then it catches up, and it does so violently. It'll like explode up at some time. I think it's because the manipulators, they try to hold silver back as long as they possibly can until maybe certain individuals, insiders, have enough bets on options on it or leverage bets on silver, and then they just let it go, when insiders are ready. They're going to make it so that, people are selling silver. And that's exactly what is happening right now. Insiders are going to probably they want to have people thinking that silver's never going to do anything. So there's going to be a lot of people that bet, um, you know, against it. And then at a certain time of their choosing, they're going to let silver loose, and it's going to start going upwards pretty quickly, and then it's going to go real fast. And then I think in a short amount of time, possibly 3 or 6 months, when it does happen, silver could triple in value over 3 to 6 months. So I'm thinking 90 to 110, 120 bucks is possible on silver when it does finally make its first slingshot, which is when it breaks 50, it should really keep going. These things are manipulated. They're gonna make as much money as they can by people trying to short it. Insiders are gonna capitalize on the upward movement too. For years, insiders have been holding it down and capitalizing on a lower silver price. They're going to capitalize on the upside, and it's going to be just insane. Just like with gold, people didn't think gold would really do that. Says a couple messages are in review or something. People didn't think gold could really take off like it has. In fact, I've had buddies that told me that, when gold was down to 1700, 1750, they said that it was never going to move. It's going to take way too long. And then what happened? Boom. I was telling everybody it's not going to take too long because we're in a cup and handle, and it's going to break out any time because of the cup and handle formation in gold. So that's how I was able to predict that gold would skyrocket. And I I did well so far, but this is going to be a long, long thing. I think we're going to make money for a long, long time. 5, 10 years is going to be all bullish. If you're a owner of gold or gold and silver mining stocks, I think that's where you're going to want to lock up a lot of your money because of the current system in America, the credit system. Everything is over leveraged. There's so much debt. Everyone's borrowing money. And just the fact that we're over 36 trillion in debt tells me that you want to bet against the debt, just like the banks are doing right now. The banks are buying gold. So why are people not buying gold? Why is everyone buying crypto? They're trying to make crypto look so exciting. So everybody's focused on crypto. And they're doing a good job of it. They don't want you and I buying gold and silver. That's the secret. They don't want you to buy silver, dude. That's why I like to buy more of it. Anytime they're trying to keep something quiet. Get everyone to look over here at crypto, which is clearly the majority of cryptos are a scam. It's all BS. They want us to look over at this BS. Well, insiders are accumulating silver. Russia even leaked it out. Russia said they're going to make silver in their strategic reserve. They're going to have a silver reserve. Like, this is a tell on a global scale that Russia is doing this. Why did they let that out? I guess it just had to come out just because of the news is so widespread everywhere. I'm sure, certain news stations don't want that stuff to come out. So gold 3,300. 34. 34.90. Okay. Silver's at 33.10. Honestly, I wanted silver to go lower. And it's up 11 cents. I don't like to see that. It's up 10 cents. I'm not reading anything. No. You look like someone I could take financial advice from. Oh, okay. Yes. That's the idea. Financial. I'm not allowed to say the word. Advice, but I don't give financial advice. Come on, guys. Let's get some more viewers in here. Let's start talking about Bitcoin now. So, Bitcoin, I just saw it's at 111,000. Dang, 111,000 Bitcoin. We called it here first. Just the other morning, I said Bitcoin could break a new record high within hours. And then within a few hours, it did it. I wasn't even watching at the time. I was like, oh, 100, it's over 110,000. Okay. Wasn't even watching it. But I think we knew that was going to happen. That was an easy bet, though, that Bitcoin would break a new high. And it moved up a little bit. It's not a ton of money to be made, though, you know. It's been inching. It's been coming up in bursts. So that's just the latest one. Took us to 111. It's like stair-stepping up. Bitcoin is stair-stepping higher. So we could trend sideways here, and then we could stair-step up again. All these stairs are about the same length. They could keep this going. They could keep pumping up Bitcoin. Anything's possible. You know, I think it's a balanced portfolio right now. Should hold cryptos. You should hold some crypto. I don't like crypto necessarily because it's mostly scams. Most of these cryptos are all scams, just trying to steal your money from unsuspecting retail investors, newbies. And you got to be careful with a lot of these cryptos. I think ICP is the best one technologically, internet computer. And I think that one has the most potential to grow from all the research that I've done on that one. And as for the memes, I like, well, I don't want to talk about all of them, but I do like Shiba Inu and Pepe. But you got to go on my Patreon if you want to get all of the cryptos that are in my portfolio. So only up season global M2. Yeah, the global money supply is increasing massively. Assets typically go up in value when this happens. The Fed's pumping liquidity into these markets in a stealthy way. They're buying bonds. But the bond market today was pretty bad, pretty abysmal. Let's take a look at Shiba Inu. Let's take a look at Shiba Inu price. 40155. So it's looking kind of nice, Shiba looks like it's bullish right now. Yes, everyone wants to, they think the quantitative easing is coming soon, yes. But what we might get a big dump before they lower the interest rates and do QE. We have to get a big dump in the stock market, dude. That's what I've been saying for over like a couple of years now. You know, they're not going to pump it up big time and give stimulus and all that until you get the big crash. So one scenario is right now they're trapping everyone in the markets, trying to get people excited. Everyone's getting trapped in, and then it's going to tank. You know, I think that could happen. That's why I'm not 100% all in on the markets. So it's risky right now, very risky. But I think you should own some Shiba Inu, Pepe, internet computer. Big dumps being attractive places. Yeah, this guy got into crypto from Shiba Inu. You know, me too. My buddy first told me about Shiba Inu about, like, it's almost 2 years ago now. And then I like the sounds of it. I like the energy. When he told me, like, you could feel the energy that is Shiba Inu. You could feel the energy around it. It's just like the aura that Pokemon cards give off when you're a kid. Or it's like an aura that Shiba Inu gives off. That's what the modern society is using a lot, the word aura. So Shiba Inu has a certain aura. I guess that's the best way I can describe it. I really don't know. And that Shiba Inu was the first crypto I owned. And then I ran into a couple people at work that had Shiba Inu. And one dude sold it. And I was like, oh, no. And then the other dude, I had him buy some Shiba Inu. And then you know what he said? He said it was going down, so I sold it. I was like, really, bro? When it goes down, you have to buy more. Like, this guy is needed to learn a lot more lessons. He should have joined my Patreon. Both of these men should have been on my Patreon. They had they sold out of their positions, and I've done nothing but make money on it. This dude sold out, and then it went to 4046, and then it went down, and then Shiba Inu went up again to oh yeah, it went up to like 4033, and that's when I sold. I sold my Shiba at when it was way up there at like 4033. The second pump, the second time it pumped in the last couple of years. And then I sold everything. And then I started buying more. I was buying more at 4011. And then it went up to 4017, I think, the other day. 401733. And I sold more up there. So you can just buy it whenever it gets down to close to the 509 range, and then you sell it whenever you're in the green, and then you hold some in case it skyrockets. These are just strategies that obviously strategy for everyone is different depending on your risk levels. But yeah, I got into crypto from Shiba Inu. So that's pretty cool. That makes two of us. Crypto Crusader. Yeah, Crypto Crusader's watching this. We got legit crypto investors. Let's go. Not just people that are thinking about investing. We got legit investors on here. So we're getting some real people. So let's take a look at, I don't know. I just bought more ICP, guys. Not even an hour ago, because I had recently sold it and profited from it. So I was just buying more back. I like it. I like the chart. I think you might have to wait. If you buy ICP here, you might have to wait, but you're going to make money. Inflation, trying to grow our wealth, even trying to multiply it. Just in one stock or one crypto. That's what we're trying to do. Trying to make it big on here. Come on, guys, like that video. Come on. We only got one guy, which probably is the Crypto Crusader. So, guys, Bitcoin is going to be higher at one time. I can see Bitcoin at $1 million 10 years from now, for sure. They're going to pump it up at a time of their choosing. So yeah, when is QE coming? There's got to be a crash first, always, RSI and MACD helped me so much. Yeah. I just watch the charts. I don't actually study the levels according to those. I just look at the charts, and I look at the sentiment. You can obviously use the tools and see when things are overbought, oversold, and that can help you massively, for sure. So these are the tools of the trade, dude. The MACD and RSI. So hit that like button, guys. Come on, do it for Bitcoin. Bitcoin is at 111,000. Come on. Why is the algorithm not working? I noticed that. I've been noticing that. Because I never went off YouTube, or I went off YouTube, but on TikTok, the algorithm is just dead for crypto. Weird. Maybe when crypto prices go higher, the algorithm will come back, and then they'll try to sell it to people at higher prices. I mean, that's kind of what happened last time. They say bonds don't look attractive and it's slacking, so QE should happen, but it's not needed. No, you need something major for QE. You need a major disaster in the bond market, and then you need that to affect the stock market, and then you get the quantitative easing. I've been through QE 1, 2, 3, 4. I've been through all the QE, and I was a gold investor back then, and I made good money back then. And I saw it as it was happening, and I was studying it as it was happening. They are not going to do QE unless you get the big one. The big problem with the consumers, with the economy. We should see, before we get the QE, we should see some banks getting hurt pretty bad. It's not at that level yet. It's just, 'cause obviously it's not, because they haven't done the QE. Banks are hurting, and the consumer is hurting, and companies are cutting costs so much, it's insane. But I think we're close. We're close to the big crash. Once we get the big crash, then they're going to say quantitative easing. When we get the big crash, that's when the insiders are going to buy it up. They're going to buy all the stocks. They're going to buy the cryptos cheap. Dustin says altcoin season is about to be here. Well, I don't think so. We're going to have to wait and see. I did say that altcoin season hasn't happened yet, and I said it was kind of starting, but it was interrupted. Altcoin season was interrupted. It stopped. So I still think altcoin season is coming, but I don't think it's coming until the interest rate is 0. So, yeah, cryptos are going up a little bit right now, but it's nothing like altcoin season. So it's not happening now. And I don't think it's going to happen until the interest rate's 0. Longest consolidation ever. Yeah, we did have a couple corrections. I mean, it was time to buy 2 weeks ago. No, I don't think this is going to be that big of a run. The meme coins would already be doing more. They're holding back so much. Something is definitely wrong. I don't think it's altcoin season. It feels like something's really wrong. And I think it's the economy. But I did just spend about $600 on crypto just tonight. Because there's the possibility, yeah, some of these charts look good. It looks like Shiba Inu is going to keep going up. It looks like it is. It looks like Dogecoin is going to keep going up. But I don't think it's going to. And we're going to find out, He says it's just fear. No, it's not fear that I'm experiencing. It's it could be fear of huge losses. That's why I'm not investing tons. It's always good to be cautious. But if you are fearful, it should be for good reason. And I think the economy is so bad. The stock market had a big drop already, and this big drop could be a dead cat bounce. Now, this takes weeks. It's taking weeks. It's already taken weeks, and we've had a big bounce. If this is a dead cat bounce, then the markets are about to drop big time, dude. And then crypto is probably going to drop too. So we got it's a 50-50, dude. The markets could drop, bringing crypto down with it. But we could also keep fighting this wall of fear, and the markets keep pushing higher. It's just so risky, and it's such a gamble that it just disgusts me, honestly. Investing right now, it just disgusts me because of the position that the insiders, Trump, have put this economy in and have put these markets in. So trading, yeah. It's disgusting. And it's just completely manipulated too. All the stocks are manipulated, the cryptos are manipulated. That's why cryptos go up in a straight line. That's all manipulation from the insiders. They just buy up all the sell orders very quickly. It's easy to do quickly when no one's looking. That's why they do it when the markets are thin. They manipulate all these cryptos. It's all fake. And then they try to get you to buy at the top. And then you see every chart, they go down. Come on. Not you. The market is fearful. Okay, history shows a huge drop when Fed rates drop. Yes, because there's a reason that the Fed rates are dropping, and it's the economy is not good. I wonder if Trump is toying with markets to make it not so bad. I think he's toying with the markets so his insiders can exit. I think that the insiders are exiting these markets, and I've been hearing that the smart money has been liquidating, the dumb money's been buying from a couple different experts that I do watch. And this is my feeling too that I get is that the insiders are dumping stock. I think Michael Burry is dumping. You know, Warren Buffett already sold his stock a long time ago. Look at the charts. Bitcoin tether, Bitcoin dominance, weekly, monthly, yearly charts. Well, I would assume that Bitcoin dominance is strong right now. And you're saying that that signals that the altcoin season is here. I don't think so. Looks like it's here. But it's just the atmosphere is not bullish at all. To me, it's not the same feeling that it was when Shiba Inu shot up to 4046. The sentiment is different. Like something has changed, I think. Something has definitely changed. Yes, it's fear by everyone else. That's what has changed. Yeah. You're right, dude. I always, yeah, when in doubt, zoom out. That's what people need to do on the chart, on the XRP chart. Just zoom out. Then you know it's going back to 50 cents. Gold cross. I wish we could look at the same chart. Bitcoin, gold cross. How? Bitcoin, gold cross. The Bitcoin Golden Cross grabs attention for a reason. It's what happens when 50-day moving average of Bitcoin's price climbs above the 200-day moving average. This is a strong technical signal that bulls love to spot. Traders rely on this moment. Yes, it's a literal cross on the price chart to see when momentum might shift from bearish to bullish. Might. I don't think it's always a guarantee. No secret why investors watch it. The golden cross has become a common signal in technical analysis because it often shows up just before a surge in price. It doesn't guarantee profits, but it's a tool used again and again for one reason. When this setup appears, optimism and action tend to follow. We're going to see. Optimism can be squelched if there is bad news coming out. We have to wait and see what actually happens, how this materializes. It's not a guarantee. But we will see. It just takes time. In this guide, I'll explain how experts use key indicator to determine if the tide is finally going toward a sustained rally in Bitcoin. Well, this guy's probably bullish on it, I'm guessing. I have Shiba Inu. Yes. I just bought Shiba Inu tonight. You believe me? I literally just bought Shiba Inu tonight, and I already had some. I'm just adding to my stack. What I like about Shiba Inu is that it's so freaking stupid that you would never think you could get rich in it. And that's why we're going to get rich. I've been trading since 2017. Okay. Nice, Dustin. I'm sure you do it full time. Got a full, yeah. I'm trying to do trading full time. But I have a lot going on. I know that's an excuse. But I work 6 days this week. And today's my only day off. I took my motorcycle through the pouring rain to get the oil change today. I just did the 600-mile service on it. It's a CF Moto 450 NK. Pretty cool little bike. I'm getting 67 miles a gallon. And I just had the oil change done and all that, so I can take the RPMs up pretty much to the max now, since it's pretty much through its break-in period. Just had the first oil change. So today, I really got into it up to about 7,000 RPM. It's pretty powerful. It's got 50 horse. What do you think it gets to in this bull run? In this bull run? I don't know if this is a bull run. You see Bitcoin moving up. It could easily move back down. I really don't think this is a bull run yet. I'd like to see Bitcoin go through 120, 125 before I really consider it a full-blown bull market. But Bitcoin has definitely been climbing. Definitely climbing. It could stop though. But in the next bull run, when this bull run does happen, Shiba Inu, I think it's going to get to, well, my prediction was a 10x. 10x off the bottom. Did the bottom already hit at 4011? And we're going to drop a 0. You know, I said it was going to 10x off the bottom. That's what I'm sticking with. If the bottom is not here yet, then it's Shiba Inu could still go lower, below 4011. My only theory is we're going to 10x, okay, off of whatever the bottom turns out to be. We don't know what the bottom for Shiba Inu is yet, because Shiba Inu could just dump right now. But I'm calling for a 10x, okay? So I am dollar cost averaging on Shiba Inu, and I'm going to do this until the price goes crazy, no matter how long that takes. Because they can't freaking print more. The supply is only going to go down. It's not like these penny stocks where they can just keep printing more and more and more. Shiba Inu, the supply is fixed, just like Bitcoin. The supply is fixed, even though one coin is incredibly expensive. And one coin is out of the reach for the majority of Americans. And it kind of sucks. You know, it'd be nice if I could afford a Bitcoin, but that ship has sailed, you know. History shows huge market price drops when Feds start lowering rates, is what I meant. Yes. Yep. I'm basically convinced it could go either way too. I think we're going to go up until some kind of point, and I think there's a big crash right around the corner. Of course, I've been saying this for a while. Guys, and it could be that we're getting closer to it. Gold is signaling something is not right with our current system. And I think people are struggling so much. The price of a can of sardines, I just bought a can of sardines today, and the price went up like another 70 cents. Like, I can't even buy sardines anymore. Like, are you shitting me, dude? Can't even buy sardines anymore. But yeah, dude, I like Shiba Inu, okay? Like I said, I like it because it's something that you would think you could never get rich in, you know? It's something that's, and I think you're going to see sophisticated investors buying this thing. Mature investors could be buying Shiba Inu at some point, you know? Some of my tops are Sui, Ando, and Solana. Christ is the king, he says. Well, yes, Jesus is the truth. He's the only truth. Everything else with this economy, with the stock market, frickin' with Trump, whatever he's saying to us and wants us to believe, that's all, majority of that's all lies and fake. Everyone is out for themselves. Jesus is actually like the only truth. The things that he says, that's the only truth. You can't trust really anything else. You can't trust your friends sometimes, you know. But Jesus, yeah, he is the truth. Sui, what's Sui at? Let me check out Sui, guys. So yeah, I learned a little bit about the Golden Cross. Yes, it is potentially a very bullish signal. But remember, Bitcoin is a manipulated asset. This Golden Cross on purpose. They want us to see this Golden Cross. They might want us to all just pile in on crypto. We could be so close to a crash too. We could be this close to a crash. I mean, I'm just not going to go all in, guys. I am not going all in on crypto. But I definitely like to buy it. The RWA narrative is going to be a money maker this cycle. Maybe so. Shib on the Fibonacci measuring. He's got some kind of Fibonacci chart that he can use to overlay on Shiba Inu or something. And he believes that Shiba Inu is going to go up. 3 zeros, yes. 3 zeros, 25. Heck yeah, bro. That's my new car, bro. I wish you all the best, mate. But that blank Shiba promotion is shit. I'm not like promoting it. I need something to talk about. And that's one of my investments. So, you know, I'm just trying to get views here, bro, and talk about the stuff that I'm investing in. I got real money on Shiba Inu, not just a couple $100 or not just a few $100. I got real money on it. Much like these guys got real money on Ondo, Sui, whatever the heck he said, you know? Ondo, Sui, Solana. So, SHIB will be 50. He thinks it could 15x. Well, yes. Once they lower the interest rates, and it's going to get very, very bullish. But I think it's going to get bearish first. But once they lower the interest rates and all this stuff that Trump is doing, like, starts to actually work and stuff, the markets could get very bullish. For Shiba Inu specifically. And some of the other cryptos too. Bitcoin, 300,000. Yeah, it's in the cards. But we have to wait. It might take a little bit more time, guys. Jesus doesn't do crypto. Okay. Ondo, Bit, Solana, not Shiba. I don't care what they're buying. I don't care who they are. I'm buying Shiba Inu. Because it's got extreme popularity, very well known, and it's got the super low price. And it's freaking Shiba Inu. It's got a Shibarium. You know, it's got the aura, like I discussed. I'm telling you, the aura. Shiba has aura. Did you see? The freaking price of Pepe is like the same price as freaking Shiba. Crow. Well, Jesus could do crypto. Well, I'll tell you this. If Jesus was on the earth, I'm sure that he would have something to say about crypto. Okay? He would certainly speak about it. I believe. certainly he would have something very important to say about it, I think, as well. But I don't know for sure. The AI wave is here. Crypto will follow suit. They're talking about the AI wave was here a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. The AI wave is here. The AI wave has been here. We've been fluctuating inside the AI wave. Look at AI stock, artificial intelligence stock. This tells you what the AI market is doing. It's literally AI. So let's take a look at this. And it's been basically flatlined. The AI wave is here. It's been here. We've been freaking, the AI wave was here, and now we're just going, you know? Or just new to this. The wave hit 2 years ago. It's only picking up speed. Yeah. It's going to pick up speed at some points, and then it's just going to become a norm. You know? It's like, yeah, AI, okay. In a lot of people's minds, it's just going to become a norm. The big wave hit, and now it's just, there's going to be different small waves in different things, like robotics, rocket engineering. You know, there's going to be little, as the technology progresses, there's going to be multiple waves in different segments of the economy as AI becomes integrated into our daily freaking lives. So yes, we are in AI wave. It will continue, I guess, forever, until it becomes a complete normality, you know. I don't know. Crypto had followed. Sexbot will hit you. Well, yes, I am invested in a company called XBOTF, Realbotics. And I'll show you the charts. I'm serious about this stock. It was actually up today, and I'm in the green. I'm making money on this stock right now. So that's, let's saying something, but Bit was 45K a year ago. Yeah. Bitcoin's been really going up. XBOTF, yes. Terminator. So, yeah. This company, Realbotics, it's got that aura around it. And a lot of people, they can't feel it yet. But once this company makes a robotic doll that you can speak to and all that, and, you know, you can even become intimate with these dolls, possibly. But once they can walk, that's going to be the aha eureka moment for robotics. Once these, you know, they can already make robots that walk too. So all they have to do is get this same freaking technology and smooth it out or whatever so it looks more like a human. And when Realbotics, when their robots can walk, that's it. This thing's going to $100 a share. Okay? The question is, are they going to advance to that point? Or is it going to go bankrupt before? That's the question. Let me show you this stock chart today. Realbotics. XBOTF. I was telling you about this one over like 6 or 8 months ago. That's when I first found out about it. It might have even been a year ago. And I'm like super hype on this stock, Realbotics. And yes, they're losing some money, but they're not losing a ton of money. I think their team is actually legit, like their leadership team. I'm pretty sure they're legit, just like freaking TerraWolf stock. Those guys all come from the mining industry. I think that they're going to take this stock to the next level. Here. This is it, Realbotics. 35 cents. It was up 10% today. Look at that spike right there. It's pretty flat, and now this could be it. This could be it. We could just rip higher. But look at this going back further. Here, let me type in a different a different, I'm going to look on here. I think it's a better chart. Yes, look at this. Going back to 2021. Remember, that's when the bull market was. Boom. We had this initial burst, then boom. It's like this right here. We could be right about to go up. We could even come up higher. Maybe. Maybe sometime. But this is another position that I'm just going to dollar cost average on it. I'm just going to buy a little bit here. My average, I don't know. You know, my average is probably around 28 cents, but I'd have to check. I will tell you this right now. I do not give a shit what my average is. All I know is that now I'm going to buy it under 40 cents. I'm just going to just buy it. I'm just going to dollar cost average it. And if it goes down to 5 cents, I'll be buying it there. That's how I'm playing this one. This is a stock that I really believe in. You know, this is like, I think this is it. I think this is the one, because when these dolls can walk, that's going to be it. I'm just telling you, that's going to be the game changer. You're going to see guys in the mall walking around with these hot babes, and you're going to be like, wait, was that a robot? What? And it's going to be everywhere, dude. It's going to be everywhere. You're going to be seeing these freaking dudes that are 400 pounds walking around the mall with one of these Realbotics robots, and they're going to be like, ooh, ooh. It's going to be disgusting, dude. It's going to be sick. But it's going to be freaking all over the internet. It's going to blow up. When you see some of these things, when these Realbotics dolls start walking around in public, and it starts popping up on your TikTok, this stock's gonna go to $10. I mean, it's at 36 cents right now. So anywhere under 50 cents, I'm buying it, you know. And if it goes up to 49 cents, I'm gonna make one last purchase, because it could just be a breakout and go poof, you know. How many shares have you bought? I don't want to say how many I've bought, but it is in the thousands. It's in the low thousands, like really low thousands. But I am, yes, in the thousands of dollars. So I'm not telling you what. 52 weeks low is 6. Yeah, 6. Yeah. That sounds right. That sounds perfect to me. If it goes down to 6 cents, you know, again, then I'll be buying it there. I don't think it's going to this time, though. I don't know. But we're going to have to wait and see. Symbiotic Ticket Sim. SYM. What? $29. Looks like a perfect time to sell that. But it hasn't been out that long. There's not that much history on it. So that's one thing to note. You know, I would rather buy it back down to $20. I don't know. Let me look at some of the things on it. SYM. Let's see the share count. And the market cap is 15 billion, so it's already a huge company. The public float is 43 million shares. This isn't usually the stock that I go for, dude. Automation technology company, which engages in a robotics and automation-based movement technology platform. Robotics and automation. So, yeah, a company like this could partner with robotics or Realbotics. Maybe you just told me, without even knowing it, that this company is going to partner with Realbotics. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? I doubt that. SYM. Realbotics could probably make these things walk on their own. Well, honestly, the software alone would cost probably millions. maybe they'd need another company to help them with getting these things to walk. I think maybe. Symbiotic ticket. Robotics AI, but they make profit. Yeah, SYM. Kind of like that. Robotics AI. AI robotics? Robot, RBOT? There's a few stocks like this, but Realbotics is like 30 cents. And they have a product that is going to be like ridiculous in the future. Yeah, our RBOT has been around for a while. Shares outstanding, 1.7 million. That's it? No. They don't even have all the information. That can't be. RBOT. Oh, it's Canada. That's why they don't know all the information. They have background major contract $22 billion with Walmart. What? That might be a Canadian company. I don't know if I can even invest in that one. Well, I'm sure I can, but yeah, guys, my channel is doing okay. We got 2,694 people on here. I was hoping it would be more, but let's check out the price of Bitcoin. See where we're at. 111,600. Guys, if this frickin' Bitcoin bull market, if this is it, if this is really going to be the big bull market, and we're going to keep going really, really high, the algorithm would be picking up my videos more. The algorithm, it's not there. The cryptocurrency algorithm is non-existent right now. That just tells me that this isn't the real bull run. As a YouTuber, I can see these signs when a lot of other people can't. It tells me that this isn't the real bull run. I think they're trying to get people stuck in Bitcoin right now, but we don't know for sure. Not financial advice. All right, guys. I'll check the price of gold and silver one last time. Silver's up to $33.09. Silver needs to go past 35. And then there's a little bit of resistance at 37. But after that, we're going to 50. It's just all this energy is being built up, and it's going to go when it's ready, you know? It's not going to go until enough energy has been built up. Because it's got to have enough firepower to blast through the 50. So it's going to go when it's time, you know? Once we get enough energy built up, it's just not the time yet. You know, it could be coming soon because people are selling. There's a lot of people selling silver. So that means it's probably going to go higher soon. But when exactly, don't know. They have Nokia is good investment. Nokia. I'm not sure. They used to make phones. Nokia, they're still around? $5 a share. Yeah, they really blew up back in 2000. And then they just dropped because so many other phone companies came out, I think. So much competition. Nokia. Huh. I don't know. I don't know. It could be a good one. And okay. What if Nokia is the next best thing? Maybe it is, dude. NKA? Or it's NOK. NOK. What's the share structure like on this? It's actually got a dividend. A lot of shares. 5 billion. Dang. So yeah, they're still a thing. Nokia is still a thing. but their revenue is basically flatlined. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. All right, guys, I gotta go. Thanks for being here with me. Remember to join the Patreon if you want to support this channel. Also, liking the video supports it too, just not as much. All right, see you guys. We'll talk later. Whenever the crypto market does something, I will be back to talk about it.